Coming up on today's show, the Atlanta Hawks named as an emerging suitor for a Ben Simmons trade. But first, on yesterday's show, at the end of it, I said, hey, if you're still watching and you're subscribed, type me. So I want to give a shout out, because we are a channel of the people, to some of our loyal subscribers: Fred Dixon, Zach McGill, Alex Pingator, D'Angelo Abdul, Ramon Martin, Elliot Harvey, Ian Miles, Joseph Dever, Brad Bowman, Teddy Merriweather, Leonard Kells, Storm Gamer, Terry Hill, and Philly Guy 179. We greatly appreciate all of you for tuning in to Philadelphia 76ers Now by Chat Sports. I'm a Philly guy. Launched the channel back over the summer. We've been able to grow like crazy. A big reason for that, our consistency, and all of you for continuing to support us. So if you want more 76ers videos and you want to stay in the know with everything going down with this franchise from a fellow Philly guy, hit that red subscribe button down below, and let's get into the latest on Ben Simmons. Welcome into Philadelphia 76ers Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Chase Sr. Happy Friday to all of you as you gear up for a jam-packed Friday and a good weekend as well. Philadelphia Eagles about to take on the Dallas Cowboys on Saturday night, already into the playoffs. And if you're watching Philadelphia 76ers Now, I imagine you're an Eagles fan as well, getting ready for a jam-packed weekend. All right, latest on Ben Simmons. According to Marc Stein, who's really tapped into a lot of organizations on his Substack, he said this about the Atlanta Hawks being an emerging suitor for a Ben Simmons trade. Quote, "It was suggested to me this week by one league source to keep an eye on the Atlanta Hawks as an emerging suitor for Philadelphia's Ben Simmons." Now, up to this point, as far as the Atlanta Hawks go, it's been somewhat silent, but as we're about to show you here in a few minutes, they do have some young players on that roster that could entice Daryl Morey if he wants to send Ben Simmons away. And the Atlanta Hawks right now, one of the worst teams in the NBA, fifth worst in defensive rating, so it would make sense for that franchise, as they're ready to win right now with Trae Young, John Collins, and the boys, to make a trade for one of the best players defensively in the NBA in Ben Simmons. Now, according to Hoops rumors, the Sixers also could elect to hang on to Ben Simmons. Leading up to that February 10th NBA trade deadline, they said this: although it's possible the Sixers will trade Ben Simmons before the deadline, their preferred scenario would be to convince him to rejoin the team and play as much of the rest of the regular season as possible. A source familiar with Philadelphia's thinking tells veteran NBA reporter Marc Stein. I don't see any scenario in which this contentious relationship between Simmons, the organization, and the fan base could then translate to him coming back to play for Philadelphia this year. And in my opinion, there is no way that Big Baby Ben will actually come back to play for Philadelphia, because I think this relationship is at a point where it cannot be salvaged or repaired. Now, I have made it be known here on Philadelphia 76ers Now by Chat Sports that Daryl Morey has to trade away Ben Simmons to maximize the prime years of Joel Embiid. But my message to Daryl Morey has not yet been heard. So I had to prepare a statement, and I'm going to mail it to Daryl Morey at the Wells Fargo Center. Here is my statement to Morey, because I am demanding that he trades away Ben Simmons. Dear Daryl, Chase Sr. here. As a lifelong Sixers fan who wanted tattoos and cornrows while dribbling a basketball in my driveway in Westchester as a kid because I loved Allen Iverson, I saw this organization fail to surround a generational player in AI with the necessary talent to consistently compete for a title outside of that marvelous 2001 season. We're not sure how long Joel Embiid will be playing at this type of MVP level given his size and injury history. So please make a Ben Simmons trade prior to the deadline to get Embiid a legit co-star so that the 76ers can chase a ring. The city of Philadelphia supported Ben Simmons for years because they saw his immense potential, but it's not our fault that he didn't work hard to improve his flaws and weaknesses, is delusional and selfish, and in turn blame the fan base for a lot of his shortcomings. Sincerely, Chase Sr. So I'm going to send that statement and that letter to Daryl Morey at the practice facility in Camden and at the Wells Fargo Center. You need to let your voices be heard as well to trade away Big baby Ben Simmons. So in the comment section right now, come together, Philadelphia. Give me your Dear Daryl letters and demand that a trade happens as soon as possible. On a lighter note, some really good 76ers gear available thanks to our friends at Fanatics. We got jokes here on the channel. That's why we're next level, and you got to subscribe. This Sixers hoodie right now, dope material, multiple colors available, is available right now for $69.99. Nice. If you use that link down below, chatsports.com/Sixer hoodie. You want to support this squad? You want some fresh 76ers swag? Use that link down below for that deal to apply. I'll put that link in the comments section as well as the description of this video. Continuing on the Ben Simmons front, Seth Curry was asked, hey, this Ben Simmons drama, the Ben Simmons saga, all of these rumors, has it affected this basketball team this year? Now, Sixers are playing really well right now, 6-4 in their last 10 games, including a 5-game winning streak. And without the services of one of the best defenders in the league, Sixers have played pretty well at full strength. Seth Curry been a big reason for that, alongside Embiid. Embiid, who is playing like an absolute baller right now. Curry said this about that Ben Simmons drama affecting the locker room or not affecting the locker room. It's solid in the locker room right now, Seth said. The only time we talked about it, obviously, was when Doc addressed it early in the season, the first day of training camp, and then the only time we talk about it is when the media comes in. That Philly media, that's all they want to talk about is drama when we get in front of them. Obviously, they're doing their job, but when we step on the floor, like I said, we knew who we had in the locker room. We knew who was going to show up to play every day, and we're trying to make it work. Like I said, we kind of just treated it like a long-term injury. We knew Ben wasn't going to be there for the start of the season. You got to adjust. Seth Curry saying, that Philly media, I feel like he's taking a direct shot at me, but I don't classify myself as being in the media. Why is that? Because I got fire takes. I used to be in the media as a local news reporter at WNEP in Scranton, Pennsylvania, but I said, you know what? That Big J journalist stuff doesn't fit my brand. I want to be able to express my thoughts, beliefs, and opinions on a free-flowing platform here at Chat Sports. And since I came here, the company and myself, we've been taking off. So I'm not in the media, but we do talk a lot about Ben Simmons because we're just providing for the people. Now, as for the Sixers go, they've survived without Ben. And I think they've been playing really good basketball once again at full strength. Now, they've dealt with the plethora of COVID issues and injury issues, and with a depleted roster, they haven't played well, but at full strength, they've been able to compete with some of the top teams in the NBA. That win last week against the Brooklyn Nets was marvelous, with Tyrese Maxey helping to close that game out down the stretch. And over the last month and change, Joel Embiid has been one of the most dominant forces across the entire NBA. Now, this current roster, I think, is good enough to win, but are they good enough to make a deep playoff run? Night in, night out, they're going to be able to compete. They're going to be able to take down some of the lackluster teams. There's no doubt about that, but it all comes down to, can the current construction of this team compete for a long-term playoff run? I'm not sure. That's why I'm so adamant that I want Ben Simmons to be traded away by Daryl Morey, because the roster needs a little bit of help in terms of getting Joel Embiid like a 1B co-star. That's all I'm asking for, a 1B co-star. Daryl Morey, if you're watching, that letter's about to be in the mail. So I want to ask you this, Sixers fans, before we get out of here. Can the Sixers make a current playoff run with the current construction of this roster? Type R for they can make a run. Type O for they'll be ousted and out early in the playoffs. Let me know in the comments section. And one more time, make sure you subscribe to Philadelphia 76ers Now by Chat Sports. Earlier on in the week, I said first 5 people to hit me up on social media, we'll show you your pictures on the channel. Yesterday, I said, if you're still watching, we'll give you a shout out. I did that as well. Have to double down that we are a channel of the people. We are the channel of Philadelphia. So join the movement, join the party, join a fellow Philly cat and yours truly. Subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching today's show and have a phenomenal weekend.